Yeah, welcome back to Ordinary Differential Equations Part 5. In Part 4, we have seen how to find particular integral for a linear differential equation. In solution of particular integral, we have seen several cases, and in this part, I will continue the lecture 4 only. So it's a continuation of lecture 4. So in lecture 4, I told you if you have any differential equation in this form, capital F dy equal to fx, here capital Fd is a polynomial in operator d, then your particular integral is given as 1 over Fd into fx. 1 over Fd into fx. This is actually operator. 1 over capital Fd is a operator. Some people represent this by fx over capital Fd. This is a wrong notation. We will always write in this form 1 over capital Fd. Remember this point, okay? And I told you the case when e to the fx is e to the power ax into vx form, shifting property. Vx is any function of ax or any constant value. In that case, I told you the particular integral was e to the power x into 1 over fd in fd plus a into vx. Means in that case, fd is 1 over capital Fd into e to the power ax into vx. E to the power ax we can take outside, then the shifting will be f of d plus a. A is the coefficient of x. I discussed this property. This is Fd plus A. Remember this point. Fd plus A. Okay, let's see one example based on it. Solve d square minus 2d plus 1 y equal to e to the power x into cos x. This question is asked in this manner also. Y double dash minus 2y dash plus y equal to e to the power x cos x. So you can write y double dash is d2y by dx2 minus 2y dash means dy by dx plus y is equal to e to the power x into cos x, and we can write it as d square y minus 2 dy plus y equal to e to the power x into cos x. Here d is nothing else, it's a d by dx operator, and we can write d square minus 2d plus 1 y equal to e to the power x cos x. And we generally call it as capital Fd. This is the representation for capital Fd here. So for complete solution of this differential equation, we will find the complementary function and particular integral. For complementary function, we will write corresponding homogeneous linear differential equation. So for complementary function, corresponding homogeneous linear differential equation is d square minus 2d plus 1 y equal to 0. What will be the auxiliary equation? It will be m square minus 2m plus 1 equal to 0. So the values are of m are 1 comma 1. Repeated root, the complementary function is written as c1 plus c2x. See my lecture 1 and 2 if you want to write, if you want to see the way how to write the complementary function into e to the power 1x. For particular integral yp, I told you it will be 1 over capital Fd into fx. Capital Fd is nothing else, d square minus 2d plus 1. Fx is e to the power x into cos x. So we will recall the result. Result is, if you are interested in a particular integral of 1 over Fd into e to the power ax into vx, it was e to the power ax into 1 over fd plus a into vx. So we'll compare here A is 1, Vx is cos x. So we can write like also this 1 over it will be equal to e to the power x, we can take outside, and d will be replaced by d plus 1. So d will be replaced by d plus 1 because d replaced by d plus a, and a is here 1 plus 1 into cos x, and e to the power x is now outside to the box. So it will be equal to, particular integral will be equal to e to the power x 1 over d square plus 2d plus 1 minus 2d minus 2 plus 1. See the calculation into cos x. You can see that this term is cancelled out. So it is e to the power x 1 over d into cos x. D is a differentiation, then 1 upon d is a integration. So the integration of cos x is actually sin x. Remember my point, never add constant in finding of particular integral. We don't add the constant, we add the constant in complementary function only. So the complete solution is given as CF plus PI. So it is equal to C1 plus C2x e to the power x plus pi is e to the power x sin x. So this is our solution of the given differential equation. Let's see one more example. Example 2. Solve d square minus 3d plus 2y equal to x into e to the power 3x. Okay. So for complementary function CF is written as d square minus 3d plus 2y equal to 0, because the corresponding homogeneous differential equation is this one. We equate fx equal to 0. Then our auxiliary equation is m square minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. So m equal to 1 comma 2. So the real roots are real and distinct. CF will be c1 e to the power 1x plus c2 e to the power 2x. For particular integral yp, this is equal to 1 over d square minus 3d plus 2 ax into e to the power 3x. We will apply the result. I told you the result is 1 over capital FD e to the power ax into vx. It is equal to e to the power ax outside f of d plus a into vx. Here a equal to 3 and vx is x. So e to the power 3x is outside. We will replace d by d plus 3. So d plus 3 whole square minus 3d plus d plus 3 plus 2 into x. Let's simplify denominator. It is d square plus 9 plus 6d minus 3d minus 9 plus 2 into x. So if you see carefully, this 9 is cancelled out, 6d minus 3d, that will be 3d plus 2. So particular integral is equal to e to the power 3x 1 over d square plus 3d plus 2 into x. This is a polynomial function. I told you in tackling of, if you are tackling, if you are going to tackle the polynomials, then you have to use binomial expansion in index and make the constant term 1. So we will take 2 common and write the terms in the ascending power of d. So if you take 2 common, it will become 1 plus ascending power, then degree 1, then degree 2. Higher order degree 3. So ascending is degree 0, degree 1, degree 2, and so on by 2. X. Okay. 3d plus d square by 2. Call it at some value. Let this is equal to the small p. So it is e to the power 3x by 2 now. 1 plus p to the power minus 1 into x. Okay, because if the denominator will go in the numerator, the power will be minus 1. And I told you the expansion of 1 plus p to the power minus 1. It is 1 minus p plus p square minus p cube plus so on. See my lecture 4. So e to the power 3x by 2, 1 minus p plus p square and so on into x. Now put the value of p. The value of p is 1 minus 3d plus d square by 2. Don't put other power because this polynomial has degree 1. So we will go up to the degree 1 of d operator. You can see my lecture 4. Always go up to the degree in expand up to the degree of d. In the degree of d, the power which is equal to the power of x. If the power of x is 3, then expand up to d cube. If power is 2, then expand up to d square. Here power is 1, so we can expand up to degree 1. Now take x inside, e to the power 3x by 2. It will be x minus 1 by 2 outside, 3 into d of x minus 1 by 2 d square of x and so on. So it will be e to the power 3x by 2, x minus derivative of x with respect to x is 1, so x minus 3 by 2. Second time derivative of x, that will be 0, so other term will be 0. This is the particular integral. So the complete solution is equal to CF plus PI. You have to add. So these the problems are based on shifting property. Let's see one other problem which can be solved using shifting property also. Solve. Next example. This is the most important problem. You will get in 10 marks question. This type of problem. D square minus 1 y equal to x sine 3x. Now you don't have exponential here. Exponential function you don't have here. But because we know the property of particular integral, if you have any exponential function in the multiplication, then the particular integral is given as e to the power ax into 1 over f of d plus a into vx. This is the result. Problem here is we don't have the exponential, but we can make exponential. Because from Euler's formula, we know that e to the power iota theta is cos iota theta plus I sine theta. So what is sine theta actually? Sine theta is imaginary part of e to the power I theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is real part of e to the power I theta. In this case, if you put theta equal to 3x, then you can see that sine 3x nothing else, it's the imaginary part of e to the power 3ix. If you put theta equal to 3x, it means, okay, firstly see the CF. For CF, our equation is homogeneous equation is d square minus y equal to 0, and its auxiliary equation is m square minus 1 equal to 0. Roots are plus minus 1. So CF will be C1 e to the power 1x plus C2 e to the power minus 1x. Let's see particular integral. Particular integral is 1 over d square minus 1 fd and fx, that is x sine 3x. And we cannot apply here shifting property. If there is a no sine x sine 3x term, then we can apply polynomial expression. If there is a no x term, then we can apply trigonometric result. But in this case, you have polynomial and trigonometric both in the multiplication. If there is a absence of any of the form, trigonometric or polynomial, then it can be easily solved. But in this problem, they both are in multiplication. So how we solve it? For that, we will use this result. Suppose this term is not there, then simply we use binomial expansion. If this term is not there, then we will use the result of trigonometric function. You can see my lecture 4. But here both are present, so we cannot apply the result of polynomial or trigonometric. Then what we will do? We will use this result. So this can be written as, particular integral can be written as imaginary part of 1 over d square minus 1 x into e to the power 3ix. So it's the imaginary part. Means after finding the particular integral, we will collect only imaginary part. Imaginary part means coefficient of iota. Now, imaginary we can take outside. Now, if you use this property here, compare with this result. What is your A? A is actually 3i. A is 3i. And what is your x? X is dx here. So we will take e to the power 3ix outside, and d will be replaced by d plus a, and a is 3i, so d plus 3i whole square minus 1 into x. So it's the imaginary part e to the power 3ix. We will simplify it. It is d square minus 9, because plus 3i square is minus 9, plus 6 di minus 1 into x. So it's the imaginary part of e to the power 3ix, d square plus 6 di minus 10 into x. Now, what is the trick? I told you, for tackle a polynomial, we make the constant term 1. So take minus 10 outside. So if you take minus 10 outside, it will become 1 over 1 minus, because we have taken minus 10 outside, it will become 1, and ascending powers 6 di plus d square by 10. Because minus sign, then plus will become minus into x. So minus 1 by 10 we can take outside. Imaginary part e to the power 3ix. Okay, now this is in a one bracket, and we can call it as a small p. So it will become 1 minus p to the power minus 1 into x, where p is 6 di plus d square by 10. And the expansion of, I told you, 1 minus p to the power minus 1. It is 1 plus p square and so on. And we will go up to degree 1 only. So don't expand more. It will become 1 plus p plus so on. Only this one. Okay. Now put the value of p. It is 1 plus 6 di plus d square by 10 plus so on into x. Minus 1 by 10 outside, imaginary part e to the power 3ix. Take x inside, x plus 6 by 10 with first term. D means the differentiation of x, that will be 1. If you differentiate 6 into I, 6i we will take, and derivative of x will be 1. And derivative d square means 2 times derivative, that will be 0. So it's a nothing else. It is minus 1 by 10, imaginary part of e to the power 3ix, and inside bracket is x plus 3i by 5 if you divide by 2. Minus 1 by 10, imaginary part, now write e to the power I theta, that is cos 3x plus I sin 3x into x plus 3i by 5. Now we have to collect the coefficient of x only. Coefficient of I only, sorry, coefficient of I. So if you multiply these two terms with these two terms, you will get ultimately 4 terms. Okay, you will get ultimately 4 terms, and out of 4 terms, 2 terms will be the coefficient of iota and 2 terms will be the real. So let's see what are the terms with iota. So if we multiply cos 3x with 3i by 5, we will get the coefficient of I. So that is 3 by 5 cos 3x. Okay, plus if we multiply I sin 3x with x, we will get the coefficient of I. So x sin 3x. Now if we multiply this cos 3x with x, we will get the real part. So not interested. If we multiply I sin 3x with 3i by 5, iota into iota, that will be minus 1. So real part not interested. We are interested in imaginary part only. So this is the particular integral in this problem. So this is the particular integral in this problem. So complete solution is CF plus PI. Okay, let's see the next examples. Let's see the next example. Solve d square minus 1, yeah, d square plus 1y equal to x square sin x. X square sin x. So I'm giving you this problem as a homework. Okay. Suppose I'm going to tell you a very smart and very good trick. A very good trick. This trick is very useful. But this trick has certain limitations. For example, if you are going to find the particular integral of 1 over fd into x into some function vx. I told you the result when fd into e to the power ax into vx. Then the result was e to the power x outside, it is 1 over fd plus a into vx. Similarly, we have a result for x into vx also. And vx is any function. It can be trigonometric function, it can be any function. But here of a degree of x should be 1. Means this result cannot apply in this formula because here degree of x is 2. So this result cannot be applied here. But in the previous example, we can apply vx is sine 3x and degree of x is 1. So we will see this example by this trick also. Then the result is the particular integral is given as ax is outside 1 over capital FD into Vx minus f dash d means derivative of fd whole square into Vx. Okay, provided fd 0, provided fd is non-zero, Let's see this trick, how this trick is very useful in some examples. For previous example, the previous example was d square minus y equal to x sine 3x. And you can see that the solution is quite complicated. It is started from here, this much calculation need, then we got the particular integral. But by this trick, you can directly find particular CF. Already we have c1 e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. Particular integral, I am going to tell you in a shortcut manner, 1 over d square minus 1 into x sine 3x. So we will compare with the particular integral formula 1 over fd into x into vx. So fd is d square minus 1, x is x, vx is sine 3x. So formula is very easy. X is outside. What is your formula? X is outside 1 over fd into vx minus f dash d means the derivative with respect to d fd whole square into vx. Okay, let's see this formula. X is outside 1 over d square minus 1 into sine 3x minus derivative of this with respect to d, that will be 2d. Derivative of d square minus 1 with respect to d will be 2d, and the whole square of this d square minus 1 whole square into sine 3x. Okay, now I told you the result. If you have 1 over fd square into sine ax, then it is f of minus a square sine ax. See my lecture 4, provided f of minus a square is non-zero. Okay, so bacha, if you apply this here, ax coefficient is a is 3, and we will replace in the place of d with negative sign. So minus 3 square minus 1 sine 3x minus 2 d. Firstly apply in denominator always, minus 3 square minus 1 whole square into sine 3x. So we will apply this result in these two terms. So it is equal to x into 1 over minus 9 minus 1 minus 10. So it is minus 1 by 10 sine 3x. This is, I think, square, then 10 whole square, that is 50 actually. Minus 10 whole square 100 and divide by cancel by 2, then it will be 50 actually. So minus 1 by 50, and derivative of sine 3x is left. Derivative of sine 3x will be cos 3x into 3, because the derivative of 3x is 3 also. We take minus outside, then it is actually x sine 3x by 10 plus 3 cos 3x by 50 plus 3 cos 3x by 50, or you can take minus 1 by 10 outside, then it is x sine 3x plus cos 3x plus 3 cos 3x. See the previous result. It is equal to same, minus 3 by 5. Actually 5 is also left. 3 by 5. 50 is there, na? 3 by 5 cos 3x plus x sine 3x. Same answer we got. But this result is applicable when x has degree 1 only. And fd square is not going to be 0. If denominator is vanishing, we cannot apply this result. Remember my point. If denominator is going to be 0, then can't use this trick. And second point, degree in x should be 1. Then only we can apply this result. Let's see some more examples that are based on the first method I told you in the particular integral case. First case. Okay, let's see that. This lecture is very important because it contains a 10 marks question. Okay, the next example, solve d square y over dx square plus 3 dy by dx plus 2y equal to e to the power x, exponential to exponential power x. So firstly, I'm going to solve the complementary function. So for CF, we will write the corresponding homogeneous D, that will be D square plus 3D plus 2y equal to 0. Auxiliary equation is m square plus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. So m equal to -1 minus 2. So CF is equal to C1 e to the power minus x plus C2 e to the power minus 2x. Now we will see the particular integral. Particular integral is 1 over d square plus 3d plus 2 e to the power x. There is no method to tackle this type of particular integral. If you don't know any method out of 5 cases I have discussed, trigonometric, polynomial, then shifting property, and x into bx case or x square into bx case, then if other questions are given, suppose log x is here, a to the power x is here, any function, if particular integral is not known from the discussed case out of 5, then we will use the general method to find the particular integral. What was the general method? Remind my lecture 3 last session. I told you, if you are going to find the particular integral of d minus a into fx, it is equal to e to the power ax e to the power minus ax fx dx. Here fx can be any function. Remember my point, fx can be any function, but only condition is it should be a linear factor. It should be a linear factor. So try to break this capital FD in linear factors. How we can break? D square plus 3d plus 2. Factorize it. It is d1, d plus 1, d plus 2. E to the power x, e to the power x. Now break the partial fraction. So its partial fractions are d plus 1 minus 1 over d plus 2. You can easily break the partial fraction. A upon d plus 1 plus b upon d plus 2. Then use the class 10 plus 12 mathematics for finding the value of a and b. We put d equal to minus 1 and d equal to minus 2. You will get the value of a and b. E into e to the power x. Now separate it. It is 1 over d plus 1 e to the power x minus 1 over d plus 2 e to the power x e to the power x. Now solve first integral. This is I1, this is I2. There are two terms, term 1 and term 2. I am going to solve term 1 and term 2 separately. For term 1, this is d plus 1 e to the power x. Remember the formula. The formula is 1 over d minus a into fx is e to the power ax e to the power minus ax fx dx. Okay. So compare here. A is minus 1. So e to the power minus 1x. Inside e to the power minus plus x. And fx is this one. This is actually fx in this case. And a is minus 1. So substitute values in this formula. Can you tell me the integration of this inside function? Yes, very easy. Let e to the power x is as t. So e to the power x dx will be dt. So this value is going to be dt. So e to the power minus x, that is outside, so no meaning. E to the power t into dt. Integration of e to the power t is e to the power t, never at constant in the particular integral. Never put the value of t. So this is the term 1 calculation. Okay, let's see term 2. Term 2 is 1 over d plus 2 into e to the power x. Compare here. A is minus 2. So e to the power minus 2 e to the power plus 2x e to the power x e to the power x dx. How we will tackle this integration? Very easy. We can write e to the power x into e to the power x, because base is same, power will be add e to the power x e to the power x dx. Again add e to the power x equal to t, so e to the power x dx is going to be dt, so this is going to be dt. So term t2 is now e to the power minus 2x t into e to the power t dt, and integration of t into e to the power t, this is first function, this is second function, use integration by part, it is e to the power t, t minus 1, never at constant, put the value of t, e to the power x e to the power x minus 1. So the particular integral was t1 minus t2 actually. T1 is e to the power minus x e to the power x minus t2 is e to the power minus 2x e to the power x e to the power x e to the power x minus 1. Okay, simplify it, e to the power minus x e to the power x. Actually we can take e to the power x e to the power x common, then it will become e to the power minus x minus e to the power minus 2x e to the power x minus 1. Simplify it. So it is equal to e to the power minus x e to the power minus x minus minus plus e to the power minus 2x. This is cancelled out. So it is equal to e to the power minus 2x into e to the power e to the power x. So this is your particular integral of this problem. So complete solution will be CF plus PI. CF plus PI. So last remark is, if you are going to find the particular integral of any function fd into fx, if it is not covered in discussed cases, any general function, then break ft into linear factors, do partial fractions, and use the result 1 over d minus a into fx equal to e to the power ax e to the power minus ax fx dx. For example, if you are interested in the particular integral of d minus 1 log x, then the method will be similar only. We can go by this trick only. So this is the ending of half of unit 1. We have covered how to solve first order linear differential equation, homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Some of the authors also tried to solve differential equation with variable coefficient. I will discuss that later with the help of these methods only, by substituting some suitable substitutions. Okay, so now I will take a practice class, practice session class. If you have any doubt session class, actually doubt session class, if you want to ask any doubt, you can ask. I will tell you the timings for that. Okay, thank you.